Wesley So. Wesley, a very interesting game. It looked at some point we could find some imbalances, but it wasn't meant to be. How did it feel from your perspective?
Well, again, thanks for having me here, and hi to St. Louis Chess Club, to Alejandro also, the author.
Maurice.
And Maurice, yeah, of course. Who else is there? Jennifer, I guess, or no?
Maurice, Alejandro, and Yasser.
And Yasser
are in the studio. Yes.
Yes, so hello to everyone in St. Louis, and I'm very excited to play in St. Louis in a month or so. But anyway, this game, yeah, first of all, Maxime has an narrow repertoire, but he knows it very well. So I thought I'd try e4, knight b4, but he's played this line before, h4, and here knight c6 is one of the main lines, but Maxime plays knight d4, knight b5, and he played this 4 years ago, where he played bishop e6, which was not as good, but obviously Maxime knows it very well.
It looks quite unnatural, right? This whole variation with the knight moving all the way from g8 to c6 after like a million moves.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the knight moves here. In fact, Black can even play knight d3 here.
So if a beginner sees this game, he's gonna be like, well, am I supposed to play chess like this? Well, what is the background to that?
Yeah, that's true. Well, the problem is the engines show a lot of ideas, like knight d3 is a modern move, for example. Knight e6 has been played before in the old days, I think even 60 years ago or 50 years ago. If I remember correctly, I think Gary analyzed some lines with this for Black. Well, the reason is that e4 weakens the d4 and d3 squares. So after e4, the lines become very forcing. But basically, Black is super behind in development, so that's why he has to give a check in order not to allow the white king to castle.
And in return for the lack of development, he gets this weakness on the d file more or less, at least momentarily, and also the lack of possibility to castle.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess white has tremendous lead, but the d5, d4, d3 squares are vulnerable. And this position looks very, very shaky for Black, but it also has been analyzed numerous times in old books. I've read this before. Also, modern engines don't really give much for white, for example. I mean, it looks very risky for Black, but for example, play like b4 to sacrifice a pawn to gain the center. Black doesn't even take the pawn, he just plays g6.
Wow.
The idea to develop the bishop.
To get the dark squares, yeah.
Yes, so this line is very complex, but obviously Maxime knows it very well. I thought I could surprise him with h4, but he clearly knew all the best moves also, like knight to c6 is a very good move.
It seems like he more or less knew all the way until, let's say, even bishop takes h4, he played it quite quickly. Were you surprised at this point? Were you still in your preparation?
Yeah, I had some ideas like this, but I was hoping he wouldn't know it this far. But unfortunately, he knew the line very well. I think after queen here on move 13, Black has several moves too, such as e5 or g6. But I guess e6 is simple enough. Here, Black can also play bishop d7, takes. But maybe white has more chances of an advantage here with rook d1 coming. But I guess bishop e7, this position looks quite risky for Black because I can always double his pawns. But Maxime knew it very well, and he clearly was quite happy with the position. I mean, I could take and then king g1, but then my queen looks quite passive on e1. After rook g3, yeah, this is still his preparation, obviously. Bishop takes. Because if he plays king h8, then yeah, now I could take and then play some e5 later.
Yeah, it seems like Black is starting to struggle on the king side.
And bishop is dead. Yeah,
after, let's...
And the justification of bishop takes h4, by the way, I just want to show is that rook g4 doesn't work because after bishop f6, e5, Black has knight takes.
And there's a check on d1, very nice. And queen e1, queen takes g4.
And that's the main reason why this entire pawn grabbing works. Well,
and at some point things, we were discussing here in the studio, and we were mentioning that maybe the idea could be to play something along the lines of bishop d2, try to get the bishop to c3 on the long diagonal. Did you consider this?
Yeah, that's true. That was probably what I prepared, but I mixed up the move board. Yeah, I think I prepared this line, bishop d2. The thing is, like, after king g1, I thought he was going to play e5 anyway, and then maybe I could get an improved version by playing a4. Now he can play rook a4.
Yep.
But somehow I was thinking so long, and after king g1, rook a4, I miscalculated something. I think I miscalculated that after takes, rook d8, queen c2, queen d4. Oh, this is the main thing I forgot. I forgot he has queen,
Queen
e4
e4
here.
Yeah.
I thought he had to play king h8. King h8, I think I'm very slightly better. But I just totally forgot that he could play right away queen, queen e4. And in addition, after queen takes c6, I think I also missed that black has this queen e5 idea.
And that's gonna be a checkmate. Yep.
Or winning material. Yeah, so those are the lines I missed. But basically, I knew I was supposed to play some bishop d2, but then I thought I could get improved version. For example, maybe I could play a4 too.
I think a4 was interesting, but rook d8 doesn't allow you to go bishop d2. The position keeps being balanced at this point. I don't think you missed too many things, neither did he.
Yeah, so basically I had to play
Bishop d2. I think this was maybe the only chance to kind of destabilize the position. Nevertheless,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still very close to equality, I think. And after that, the queens were traded. It seemed pretty smooth going towards a draw.
Yeah, then I think here, I mean, maybe Maxime has last chance with rook d5 or something, but I mean, it's still a draw.
It's a draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rook takes e5, rook takes e6.
Everything gets traded off. You're playing Lupulescu with the black pieces tomorrow. He's obviously not doing very well. Are you going to take any extra chances with the black pieces, or keep it tight?
I'm not sure. Well, obviously I have a moral. I have to try to catch the leader.
The leader,
Shaq. Yeah, I mean, today he drew, which was a very good decision. So obviously, I think the pursuers have to try, like Rishchuk or others have to try. But we'll see what happens. Again, I just want to play very well. I mean, I was really hoping today to put some pressure.
You were
but-
definitely putting some pressure at some point, but also your
Oh, thank
opponent
you.
got quite. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was
Definitely.
doing. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for kind word. I think if I play bishop d2 here, I mean, the position is still equal, and Maxime was still in his preparation, so I didn't really miss much.
Wesley, we're looking forward to see what you're going to produce tomorrow and finish strong.
Thank you so much.